Hello, Exhibit here, and welcome back to yet another fakemon video. As you can see, I've turned into a Pokemon, but I think this can be fixed if you hit the like and subscribe button on the machine you are watching this on. Besides that, today I'll be showcasing the starter Pokemon mid-stages and final stages. I've also balanced out their typings unlike my last designs. Now before I get started, I want to thank those that watch my videos and those that follow me over on my Pokemon Starlight Instagram channel, which if you haven't already, go and check it out cause I'll be adding some extra details on my final starter stages over there. Now to start off the video, we'll be looking at our grass starter. She is based off of the constellation Virgo. Virgo's origins represent 3 goddesses. Each stage of the grass starters is based off of one of these. The first stage is based off Atargatis, the second stage is based off of Dike, and the final stage is based on Demeter. Dike is the Greek goddess of justice. She is often seen with a blindfold on, a sword, and a balanced scale, so for the second stage I drew her with closed eyes to represent this. I've also based the second stage on a maid since Virgo is known as the sign of the maiden. I wanted to draw her with a maid-like dress and I went through only one change for the dress, but I think it conveys that she is a maid pretty well. Maydike, the forest maiden Pokemon. Maydike are polite and friendly to all who enter the forest that their queen rule. If they were to see somebody hurt, they will go out of their way to help them out. They follow all orders given to them as they're loyal to their master. The bud on their head is now slowly growing and the pollen can be seen from it. The pollen has healing properties. Now like I said before, the final stage is based on Demeter, the goddess of harvest. Demeter loved nature and in small occasions would be considered mother of the earth. I've also based the final form on a queen, giving her a ball gown as a dress, and for the sprouted flower, I based it on the poof hairstyle. For the design of the final stage, I wanted her to look like a queen. The process of drawing the final stage was fun and also challenging at the same time. For her crown, I put giant gems, and I also put gems on her dress and her vine hairs. Demeble, the forest queen Pokemon. The females are the ones that rule in their hierarchy. They also tend to develop their bouquet in dense and lush forest. Bug, rock, and poison types coexist in their hierarchy system. The male Demeble work as guards and protectors of their system. The gems on them help absorb sunlight in stock for when they are unable to do so themselves. As for the fire type mid-stage, I changed up the design, and instead of giving it wool wings like in the previous design, I did my best to make the wool look like clouds. I kept the pose of the original design as I felt it would be a nice homage. This mid-stage was by far my funnest one to draw, as I didn't have a hard time choosing what I wanted to base it on. The wool looking like clouds really made the design unique, and it was one of the first times me trying to draw anything remotely close to clouds. Ram, the Fire Ram Pokemon. Their strong horns are able to sustain large amounts of force before they start to crack. The horns are also warm, but can also reach searing temperatures. The wool on its body resembles clouds and are also said to be as soft as them as well. It's said that when you see a Ram at the top of a mountain peak, it dreams of flying in the clouds. The final stage of the Fire Starter is based on Aries, the constellation. Aries' origin story comes from the Golden Flying Ram. This was a fun fakemon to design, as it was a pretty simple idea I had to draw. It has wings like the story suggests, as well as a golden coloring. I did keep some of the wool on it and made its pose standing proud. Arineos, the Flying Ram Pokemon. Arineos are proud, and they are also very kind. They fly from the tops of mountains in order to find anybody in need lost in the mountains they live in. They live in mountains that are usually next to plateaus. They do this so that their young can grow in the plateaus, and eventually they will climb their way up to the mountaintops. For the water mid-stage, it's still based on Cancer the constellation, but I also made it a boxer and based it off of a decorator crab. This stage was kind of hard to draw for me, as I didn't want to make it look similar to the first stage. Drawing the stage was pretty hard because I didn't know how to position the pincers on it. It also has more corals growing out of it, and its pincers resemble boxing gloves. Pygmitis, the Brawler Crab Pokemon. They will pick fights with just about anything. They are said to have a temper and hate to lose. They partner up with trainers with a strong will to fight and become stronger in battle. The curls on the back protect it from sneak attacks from behind. It camouflages in order to lay a surprise attack by jumping out from the front of an opponent. For the final stage of the water starter, I based it on a boxer crab which has sea anemone on its pincers. I also thought it would be cool to draw the pincers and make them look like an eel or a dragon representing it helping out the Hydra. Drawing this stage was by far my funnest one to do. I wanted to give it 6 legs, but this made it look too clustered on the bottom. I also gave it more variety of corals on its back. I even chose a different angle from the bottom to make it look more menacing. Constella, the boxer crab Pokemon. Constella are territorial, but only towards bigger Pokemon. They love to coexist with the smaller Pokemon, allowing them to set up home on its back. The backs of Constella are inhabited with many types of coral and can be mistaken as small coral reefs. The tentacles on it emit a small shock that can stun a Pokemon or person quite easily. So what are your thoughts on the final stages of the starter Fakemon for the Constella region? I love all 3 final stages of my designs, and I personally find it hard to choose which one I would go with. I want to thank those that have made it this far, because I can't do this without you, and I can't wait to make the next video. Thank you guys again, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.